to the April 15th meeting of the Lincoln City Council. It's at this point I usually ask you to stand and join me with the Pledge of Allegiance, followed by a moment of silent meditation. But before I do, I want to say that this last weekend we lost a community leader, someone that was very active in our community to make it better. I'd like you to, when you're doing our moment of meditation, you keep in mind his family and in your prayers and in your thoughts. So let's stand for a Pledge of Allegiance, followed by silent meditation.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Again, welcome. Thank you for joining us. We'll start our meeting today by acknowledging the mayor of the city of Lincoln and an award for excellence.
Thank you, sir.
Mayor.
It's a joy to be with you one more time to honor some great employees of the city of Lincoln. Today we're talking about our annual award, not our monthly reward. So that's great fun, but also thank you, Mr. Chair, for taking a moment to recognize a very fine community leader, Kobe Mack. We will all miss him. But thank you all for being here today, everybody in the audience, for the mayor's, as I said, annual award of excellence for 2018. Each January, all of the monthly nominees and winners from the previous year are considered again for the annual award. All nominations are reviewed by a committee, which includes union representatives and non-union representatives. I would like any committee members who have to be here today and to stand and be recognized for the time they put in on this worthy endeavor. Are there any committee members here today? Please stand. Thank you. There may also be some 2018 monthly nominees and winners who are present. Would all of you please stand and be recognized? Yes. So congratulations to all those for their hard work and for their recognition. We will begin today with our Honorable Mention Award, which goes to Engineer Erica Nunez of Lincoln Transportation and Utilities. Erica, come on up here. She was nominated in the categories of Customer Relations and Loss Prevention and Productivity by Engineer Zach Becker and Engineering Services Manager Thomas Schaefer for her work on the city's pavement management program. Her efforts were pivotal in the city gaining federal approval for the program so that more maintenance work could be eligible for federal funding. We always like to hear that. Erica has also worked to develop more than $25 million in street projects when that funding did become available. That's equivalent to adding 3 additional years of projects to her workload. So please join me in congratulating Erica, our 2018 Honorable Mention Award recipient. Erica? Mickey, did you want to say a few words? I do. Yeah.
All right. Well, Erica, congratulations. This is the brain. These are the brains behind the spaghetti map. So everything that we collected, all that data about pavement condition, Erica is the reason for all that. Her hard work over these number of years, collecting data since 2003? Five was our earliest. And putting that all into a GIS program and diligently tracking, and I have no doubt that that map is the reason we were successful with the vote. So congratulations and well deserved.
Thank you very much.
A few words, Erica? Introduce your family, maybe?
Yes,
Yes.
thank you. Thank you for the award. Again, I'm incredibly honored to receive this. But yes, I would love to thank a few people and introduce you to a few people.
Yes,
So
please.
this row here is my family.
Wave family.
So my daughter, my daughter Haley, my husband John. Our anniversary is tomorrow.
Happy anniversary.
My dad Tim, my son TJ, my mom Susie, father-in-law Al, mother-in-law Brenda, and Aunt Janet. So
Hi, Aunt
I'm
Janet.
very grateful that they were all able to arrange their schedules to be here with me today.
Great.
I would also like any of my coworkers in the room to stand up. Come on,
Coworkers.
you have to stand.
Wow.
Because I want them to be recognized, so everybody.
Good play.
None of the things that were mentioned in my nomination were done by me alone. Everything that I do is part of a team, and the people that are here are the hardest workers, and they just love working for the city, and they're very proud to work for the city, and they care a lot about what our job is, which is to take care of the city's assets. And so I'm just so honored to be able to work with them every day. It makes what I do so much easier because of their dedication. So while I am receiving this, it is on behalf of all of them, and I want you to see their faces as well, because they deserve it just as much as I do. So thank you. all.
Thank you. Wait, time out. Come back.
You did that last time.
Yeah. Councilman Eskridge.
Thank you. So one of the really good things, and the department does many good things, but one of the good things is when you're planning a project, when you've got something that's kind of coming down the road, so to speak, you have these open houses, and you're there at I think all the ones I ever go to, and just you've got a great way of engaging the community and answering their questions, and just, you know, kudos to you for the kind of way that you engage the community. It's not just dealing with maps, you're dealing with people, so thank you.
Thank you very much. It's very kind.
Before you wander away, would any other council people like to thank this dedicated civic employee?
Ditto.
Ditto.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
When I'm here doing this, I can't help being reminded that the thing that gives me the most assurance about handing things over to other people is the fact that we have this great workforce here in Lincoln. And they're going to do a great job for who's ever on the council or in the mayor's office. And that's a great comfort to people like me, and it should be a great comfort to the people of the city. So with that, I want to go ahead here and honor and present the annual Mayor's Award of Excellence to William Mall. Come on up, Bill.
Whoa.
Bill is a journey mechanic for StarTran in Lincoln Transportation and Utilities. He's worked with the city since 2009 and was nominated in the category of Valor by Bus Maintenance Superintendent Glenn Knust. One morning, Bill saw a coworker sit down complaining of a terrible headache. Short time later, the coworker gasped twice and slumped over in his chair. When Bill discovered the coworker was not breathing, he immediately called 911. He then began CPR until paramedics arrived about 3 minutes later. Knust praised Bill, saying his quick and deliberate actions saved the life of his coworker. For his outstanding service to our community, it's my pleasure to present the Mayor's Annual Award of Excellence. He will receive a $250 gift certificate, 2 days off with pay, and a plaque. Please join me in congratulating Bill. All right. Nikki, are you gonna add another few days to the award?
I would love that.
Hi.
to see you.
Thank you.
I'm sure you didn't have that arm brace on when you took this heroic action. I suppose you are the person that we would want to have around to respond if we were in trouble. You are a true superhero, and we appreciate you so much for the work that you do every day, but particularly that you took care of one of our own. It's an amazing thing that you did, and we're so proud of you. We've just had a tremendous year with the department, but it's really people like you and Erica that make all the difference in the world. So thank you very much, and kudos to you for this well-deserved award. Thank you.
Would you like to say a few words?
It's quite an honor to receive this award, and I really don't have a lot to say except it all turned out good for the person I helped, and that's what really matters. So I want to thank all of you for everything, and thank you.
Thank you.
Hang on one more second, because the mayor's office has
Thank you.
a medallion that we give out to a few folks who we think are really special, who do things for the city, and I wanted you to have one of these too.
wow.
So,
Thank you, Mr.
thank you
Mayor.
again
Thank
for
you.
taking care of our own.
Thank you.
Before you go, yeah, a couple of things we'd like to do. Mr. Davis, do you wish to say anything at this point in our? And we can't forget your family too after Mr. Davis speaks.
I just wanted to add, Bill, that your actions in saving the life of a coworker were truly heroic, and congratulations on a well-deserved award, and thank you for your example and the example you are to your coworkers and to others here at the city. So thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. We're going to give you one more thing because we see you're in a. Let's talk about your family. Are they here with you today? Give a big shout out, family.
All right.
Do you know those people?
Okay. Why don't you guys stand up and introduce yourselves? Help. Yeah.
Okay, I'm Pat, and I'm the significant other.
Hi, Pat.
Krista, daughter.
Hey, Krista.
And I'm Linda, and I'm Pat's sister.
Hi, Linda. How are you? Thank you guys for coming in and helping us celebrate this young man. Mr. Mayor,
Thank you.
that's it. Thank you very much for coming. I had an uncle when I was growing up. He said, "Do your best to always get caught doing good." I think that's what these young people did. They got caught doing good, and we should celebrate that more often. So now we're back to regular business before I start crying. In accordance with LB 898, a copy of the Open Meetings Act is posted at the back of the chamber. The order of the business of the City Council is as follows. The clerk will call items listed on the agenda under public hearing. Anyone wishing to speak on an item should come forward after the clerk reads that item. The applicant and those in favor should speak first, then those opposed. The applicant may make a short rebuttal. Each speaker should begin by stating name, address, and whether you are speaking in favor of or in opposition to the item. Testimony is limited to 5 minutes per speaker. After all public hearings, the council will vote on resolutions and items listed under third reading. On the second and last meeting of the month, immediately prior to adjournment, anyone may speak on any issue not on the agenda for that date nor planned for a future agenda. Madam Clerk, would you help us with our first agenda item?
Yes, we ask those of the general public coming forward to testify to please clearly state your name, spell your name, give your address, and sign in on the sign-in sheet laying on the podium. Testifiers may use either microphone, and there is a sign-in sheet by each microphone. We ask city staff who are testifying to please state your name, title, and the department you work for. Our first item of the meeting is our public hearing consent agenda, items 1 through 3.
Is there anyone here to speak on these agenda items? Yes, please come forward.
We're not up to liquor
Yeah,
yet.
Different three,
Sorry.
yeah. Sorry, that was my fault. I did that. Does anyone else would like to speak on the consent agenda items? No one, so
If
let's.
not, we
let's-
can vote on these items. Items 1A, B, and 2A were introduced by Eskridge.
So moved.
Second.
Have a motion by Eskridge, second by Camp. Discussion? Would you call the roll, please?
Eskridge?
Yes.
Gaylor Baird?
Yes.
Lamb?
Yes.
Raybold?
Yes.
Schob?
Yes.
Camp?
Yes.
Christensen?
Yes.
Motion carried 7-0. Next then are public hearing liquor resolutions. Those giving testimony are asked to come forward and raise their right hand for the clerk to administer the oath. After the oath, witnesses shall state their names and addresses. I'll call item 4, application of Boiler Brewing Company for to expand its Class L liquor license for an addition of an outdoor area measuring approximately 32 feet by 13 feet at 129 North 10th Street, Suites 8 and 313. Do you raise your right hand? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give is the truth as you really believe it to be?
I do.
Thank you.
I'm Thad Arts, 4611 Eagle Ridge Road, Lincoln, Nebraska, 68516.
Good afternoon, welcome. I'm sorry, you, Arts?
Arts.
Arts, yeah, a little trouble there. Thank you, Mr. Arts. Tell us a little bit about your application. What brings you here today?
We put in a sunken patio on the east side of the Grand Manse. Dimensions are on here. It's complete. It's about, I think it's about 12 feet below street level. We've got all of our approvals.
So on the east side? I haven't noticed it.
Right on 10th Street.
Southeast corner.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I was on the east side with the parking meters. I couldn't, yeah.
Yeah. Just
okay.
in between the street and the building.
Right.
So.
Are there questions from the council for this applicant? Councilman Eskridge.
Thank you. I was wondering what that big hole was for.
The big mess.
Yeah. Did I read in here something about something else on the third floor that's part of your permit?
Well, we have one of our satellite tap rooms as our event space on the third floor, which is
Okay.
the former federal courtroom.
Okay,
But
so
that's a separate license. That's,
Right.
yeah, not tied to this.
Okay, thank you.
Other questions from the council? Thank you very much for coming forward. Is there anyone in the council chambers that would like to speak on this application or this agenda item? Seeing no one coming forward, may we move to our next agenda item?
All right, next is 4B, application of Premier Catering for a special designated license to cover an outdoor area measuring approximately 475 feet by 450 feet at the Lincoln Children's Zoo on May 9th from 8 a.m. to 11 p.m. We did receive a request from the applicant to withdraw this item.
I'd like to acknowledge Councilman Camp.
I'd make a motion, we withdraw this. Second.
A motion by Camp and second by Christensen. Discussion of the motion to withdraw? Hearing none, would you call the roll, please?
Eskridge?
Yes.
Gaylor Baird?
Yes.
Lamb?
Yes.
Raybold?
Yes.
Schob?
Yes.
Camp?
Yes.
Christensen?
Yes.
Motion carried 7-0. Next then is the application of Bourbon Entertainment LLC for a special designated license to cover an outdoor area measuring approximately 556 feet by 525 feet in N Street between Centennial Mall and 16th Street on April 26 between 6 p.m. and 11:59 p.m.
Now I get to talk. Right?
Yes.
Okay, good. Normally I'm used to going next door to do this.
No, you don't do
No
that
oath
today.
on
No.
SDLs.
Okay. Sean Reagan, Bourbon Theater. We've done this now for 3 years. This is our third year doing these outdoor shows. We use the same footprint. We copied it from Pershing back when they did the Rib Fest. And we normally partner these shows with SMG at Pinnacle Bank. Pinnacle Bank's our rain location. Of the shows that we've done outdoors, only one has actually gone off successfully because the rest have all been rained out. So we haven't really.
Don't say that.
I probably jinxed it, I know. I think we're gonna be okay though. But this one is April 26th. It's an outdoor show. We expect probably 3,000 people. It's a country performer. So.
A country performer or a specific?
Well, it's Brothers Osborne. I think they just won a Grammy, and maybe an ACM award too.
ACM award too.
Right? Yeah. So it's ticket sales have actually gone up quite a bit.
Not the country, a country, right? Are there questions from the council for this applicant? Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Is there anyone in the council chambers that would like to speak to this application, this agenda item?
Seeing none, Mr. Chair, I would move approval of items 4A and 4C.
Second.
Have a motion by Councilman Camp, second by Councilwoman Gaylor Baird. Discussion of the motion to approve? Hearing no discussion, Madam Clerk, would you call the roll?
Eskridge?
Yes.
Gaylor Baird?
Yes.
Lamb?
Yes.
Raybold?
Yes.
Schob?
Yes.
Camp?
Yes.
Christensen?
Yes.
Motion carried, 7-0. Next then are public hearing resolutions. We do have just one item. It's accepting a report of new and pending claims against the city for March 16th through 31st, 2019.
Thank you.
Is there anyone here to speak on a claim against the city?
Like she said, is there anyone here to speak on their claim against the city? Yes, please come forward.
Would this apply to a claim about mailboxes during the
Yes, it
storm?
sure would.
Yes.
Okay.
Just say your name and sign in after you get finished and tell us, hi, my name is Benny,
Hi,
and you are?
my name is Joni Mueller. I've met all of you before. I have one of the residences down there on Old Cheney Road, where it goes down into the 2-lane down in Salt Valley View, and we're just a 2-lane road. The last 2 storms, actually, our mailbox was taken out by, I don't know.
Forces of nature.
Well, yeah, the first one we figured that it was. We looked down and saw that, you know, there was a few, and I'm like, okay, that's cool. So the second one, we had purchased the mailbox, and the day after we put it up, wiped out. So we looked down the street, and everybody down the streets was taken out also, except for 3 of them that were way at the beginning. And that is basically all of Old Cheney, because we don't have very many mailboxes down that area. So I walked down there yesterday and talked to all the residences. One of them also had filed a claim with the city and was denied. And she had her mailbox taken out the 2 times that mine had been. So a lot of the other people didn't put a claim in, but a lot of theirs was damaged, put into neighbor streets and stuff. And I noticed there was 3 graders, different types, that were coming down the street that had never been down there before. And the mailboxes were hit in different areas that had never been hit before. So I don't know, something different happened this time than had happened before. So I'd like you to look at the claim again, and possibly the other claim that was put in on Old Cheney, because I feel like ours was disregarded because ours wasn't put on TV, because normal, they said, well, all theirs was taken out, but basically all of Old Cheney's basically was taken out also. So that's all I have to say.
Thank you. Council, do you have questions for this testifier? Thank you, Miss. We'll be voting in a little bit on this. You
Okay.
can return to your seat now.
Thank you.
Thank you. Are there others that wish to discuss their claim, pending claim against the city? Seeing no one else coming forward?
All right, if not, we can vote on this item. It was introduced by Christensen.
So moved. Second.
We have a motion by Christensen, second by Camp.
I'd like to
Discussion?
make a motion that we move those denied claims for mailboxes for the following, but actually there are more than what I have submitted to you. But certainly for Gerald Smith and Nancy Smith, Joni and Dale Mueller, Lyle Cox, Tom Slagle, but then there are an additional number of Hugh Van Diep, Jared Weddage, Kevin Barker, Joseph Odom, and I'd also like to move those from denied to pending.
Second.
You have a motion by Councilman Raybold, second by Councilman Christensen, to move several claims for mailboxes.
Let me make a clarification. That essentially is all of the claims for mailboxes on this.
Well, actually, that is
Item.
for the report of claims against the city of Lincoln for March 16th through March 31st.
Right.
That is not all of them.
Right, that's provided on this agenda item.
Correct.
So the motion is to remove them from the denied list and put them on the pending list, or
Yes.
just
Yes.
remove them from, okay.
Just put them on pending until we do further investigation.
Is there questions about the motion? Councilman Camp?
Yes, could you explain how we can do a past denial on today, since March 16th or whatever the date was, have already been denied?
No, these are the ones that are on our
I thought you said
review
there was-
today.
pardon me.
There's more than 4 that were presented, because there's
Oh,
the
these are- okay,
Smiths,
thank you.
Muellers, Cox, Slagle, Van Deep, Wittich, Barker, Odom. So there's additional ones that should be removed from denied and put on pending.
I didn't see a couple of those on the denied here. Van Deep.
I highlighted them.
Do we need to take a moment to review, or can we keep?
Those are under settled claims. Comes to the sheet. So let's see.
Can I make a recommendation? We just simplify the language and just remove all of the mailbox claims on this agenda item today.
That would
Can-
include one of them, though, that was settled.
That have been denied. I think.
Yes,
Right.
all mailbox claims that have been
Denied.
recommended denial, yes.
Okay, so, because I'm a little lost, so you're suggesting changing language of the motion, the intent's still there?
Right, because instead of listing and missing somebody or including somebody that shouldn't have been included, let's just say all
The
the denied
denied.
mailbox claims on this agenda item.
Okay, that is your motion, and I think,
Thank you.
Or you just,
Thank you.
so we have a motion and a second to amend and remove all denied claims from mailboxes and place them on pending. Is there discussion of the motion?
We've never placed them on pending before. We've just always stated they were removed from
yeah.
the denied. And then they'd come forward at a later date.
I just want to clarify something.
Councilwoman, yes, help
So,
us.
I only see the mailbox names that are in the motion amend on the denied claims list. Are there more that you're
There's,
seeing?
I realize there are the additional names I mentioned are on pending already,
Oh, okay.
so.
So the original, what you distributed is sufficient?
Is correct.
Okay.
I don't have that motion to amend. Is that what you're moving?
Yep.
Okay.
Copy?
Let me sign it.
There's no reason to amend it, amend the amendment.
I'm sorry, just, further discussion?
I would just say those that are on pending, we can just ask the city attorney to keep them on pending till we get this matter resolved.
Thank you, Councilman Camp. Other discussion? On pause. Madam Clerk, I think we're ready for a roll call. Would you help us?
Eskridge?
Yes.
Gaylor Baird?
Yes.
Lamb?
Yes.
Raybold?
Yes.
Schob?
Yes.
Camp?
Yes.
Christensen?
Yes.
Motion carried, 7-0.
And do we need to go back to the original motion?
Yes.
Yes. Which was a motion by
Me.
Christensen, second. We have a motion and second that we accept the report of new and pending claims against the city as amended. Further discussion? Call the roll, please.
Eskridge?
Yes.
Gaylor Baird?
Yes.
Lamb?
Yes.
Raybold?
Yes.
Schob?
Yes.
Camp?
Yes.
Christensen?
Yes.
Motion carried, 7-0. Public hearing ordinances, second reading. Item 6A is adopting the supplements to the Lincoln Municipal Code dated June 2018 and December 2018 as part of the official Lincoln Municipal Code.
Jeff Kirkpatrick, City Attorney. The ordinance before you just codifies the ordinances you've already changed through the course of the year. So once a year, we bring the supplements forward for you to formally adopt. But there's nothing new in it that you haven't already adopted.
Thank you very much. Questions for Mr. Kirkpatrick? And this is a public hearing. Is there anybody in the council chambers, is what I'm trying to say, that would like to speak on this agenda item? Seeing no one coming forward, may we move to our next agenda item?
All right, I'll call items 6B and C together. They are change of zone 19006 application of Bill Langdon for a change from O3 Office Park to B2 Planned Neighborhood Business on property generally located at Highway 2 and Pine Lake Road, and the appeal of Tim Gergen on behalf of Dory Inc. of Planning Commission's approval of Use Permit 132C to amend Use Permit 132B to add 6 commercial lots with an increase of approximately 47,200 square feet of commercial floor area located at Highway 2 and Pine Lake Road. I will note for the record, we have received a request of the applicant's attorney to continue public hearing for 1 week to April 22nd, but if anyone is here to testify, they may do so.
Anyone like to speak on this agenda item? Long pause. I'd like to acknowledge Councilman Christensen.
I move we delay these items until April 22nd with public hearing.
Second.
Have a motion by Christensen, second by Raybold. Discussion? Hearing none, would you call the roll?
Eskridge?
Yes.
Gaylor Baird?
Yes.
Lamb?
Yes.
Raybold?
Yes.
Schob?
Yes.
Camp?
Yes.
Christensen?
Yes.
Motion carried 7-0. Next then, I'll call items 6D and E together. They are Street and Alley Vacation 19001, application of P3SP LLC to vacate a portion of North 84th Street right-of-way generally located at 4851 North 84th, and change of zone 19004, application of P3SP LLC for a change from I-2 Industrial Park to I-3 Employment Center on property generally located at 4851 North 84th Street.
Good afternoon. Rick Onan with ENA Consulting here on behalf of P3SP. The applications that are before you are in conjunction with a use permit that was approved by the Planning Commission for this property for expansion of or construction of an office building and warehouse on this property. The vacation is a stub that was platted some time ago or acquired some time ago with the design layout of the facility. There's no need for a public street into this. It would all be private drives internally to the development. And the change of zone is primarily to tweak some use issues that we have. The applicant in the office building will have or wants to have a small restaurant and retail shop. That restaurant, they'd like to have a liquor license and potentially at some point may do an off-sale liquor license for wine to accommodate their sale of the facility. Would be specialized meat products is what the business does, and will do primarily mail order, but there will be a small retail for on-sale vending of their products. Staff has recommended approval. We've been through the Planning Commission. I guess I'll take any questions if you have any.
Thank you very much. Questions from the council? I was looking at the aerial view and the alley that's being vacated. The building kind of sits weird. Do you have a drawing? And if you would outline what part's being vacated and where a new drive would be. There we are. Okay,
So this is the existing building.
Yes.
This would be a warehouse structure that we're adding. This is the office building, and then there's some connecting corridors that connect all three. The stub that's being vacated is right in this area. It comes up to this point, flares out a little bit as it comes to 84th Street. So it was a stub street that dead-ended off of 84.
Thank you. Questions from the council? Thank you very much. Is there anyone in the council chambers that would like to speak on this agenda item? Any other testimony?
Good afternoon. My name is Anthony Arts. It's spelled A-E-R-T-S. I'm an attorney at Rembolt Ludke LLP, located at 1128 Lincoln Mall, Suite 300. And so I'm appearing before you today in support of both the vacation ordinance and also the change of zone ordinance. As Mr. Onan said, the applicant is hoping to be able to engage in this project to expand the existing warehouse facility in order to construct and add additional office space, a test kitchen, and warehousing space. And it's in particularly associated with a brand, a specialized brand of meat product called Great Plains Beef. It's a certified Piedmontese beef brand, and very good if you ever get the chance to try it. So with that, I'll end if there's any questions.
Thank you very much, Mr. Arts. Questions for this testifier?
Where can we
Christian?
try this beef?
You know, there are select locations, and I don't want to get it wrong for the record, so I can follow up with you on that.
They're usually at the farmer's market.
Okay.
Other questions from the council? Mr. Arts, thank you very much.
Thanks.
Is there anyone else in the council chambers that would like to speak on agenda item 6D?
Andy.
Andy.
Oh, sorry. Yes, like, anyone else? Seeing no one, may we move to our
All
next
right.
agenda
That
item?
concludes our public hearing. We can go into the voting session then.
Okay.
Ordinance's third reading, item 7A is amending section 2.76.380 of the Lincoln Municipal Code relating to sick leave to grant time off for a maximum of 80 hours in each calendar year for illness in the employee's immediate family for employees in pay ranges prefixed by the letters N and X, introduced by Camp.
So moved.
Second.
A motion by Councilman Camp, second by Councilman Christensen. Discussion? Please call the roll.
Eskridge?
Yes.
Gaylor Baird?
Yes.
Lamb? Yes. Raybold?
Yes.
Schob?
Yes.
Camp?
Yes.
Christensen?
Yes.
Motion carried, 7-0. Item 7B is Comp Plan Conformance 19003, declaring city-owned property generally located at 1440 Adams Street as surplus, introduced by Camp.
So moved.
Second.
Motion by Councilman Camp, second by Councilman Eskridge. Discussion? Please call the roll.
Eskridge?
Yes.
Gaylor Baird?
Yes.
Lamb?
Yes.
Raybold?
Yes.
Schob?
Yes.
Camp?
Yes.
Christensen?
Yes.
Motion carried, 7-0. Next then, item 7C, approving a real estate sales agreement between the city and Constellation Studios for the sale of city-owned property generally located at 2053 O Street, introduced by Camp.
So moved.
Second?
Okay, a motion by Councilman Camp, second by Councilman Eskridge. Discussion? Please call the roll.
Eskridge?
Yes.
Gaylor Baird?
Yes.
Lamb?
Yes.
Raybold?
Yes.
Schob?
Yes.
Camp?
Yes.
Christensen?
Yes.
Motion carried, 7-0. Our resolutions on first reading are items 8A through D. Ordinances first reading are items 9A through D. Our pending list date certain is item 10A. It will come off and be on for public hearing and action next week. Our pending list are items 11A through F. And it is not a microphone night.
Second.
I have a motion by Councilman Camp, second by Councilman Christensen to adjourn. Would you call the roll, please?
Eskridge?
Yes.
Gaylor Baird?
Yes.
Lamb?
Yes.
Raybold?
Yes.
Schob?
Yes.
Camp?
Yes.
Christensen?
Yes.
Motion carried, 7-0.
We are adjourned.
Woo-hoo.